And they give you shares every single year that vest every 4 years. So it's like a waterfall approach. So every time you want to leave, you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. And it's like golden handcuffs.
And they give you shares every single year that vest every 4 years. So it's like a waterfall approach. So every time you want to leave, you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. And it's like golden handcuffs. Okay, so waterfall and golden handcuffs, I'll give you that too. Those are, waterfall is an easy word, but in this situation, yeah, waterfall, golden handcuffs, I'll give you those two. Wow, so many of you, those had a different word here. But once again, basically, great job. Vest, a lot of you put it in italics. Good. I did in a different section. Very good. He does stress the word. Yep. So, yeah, it's good. I didn't put it in italics, but we certainly can. All right. Let's go back here. Great job.
And they give you shares.
So once again, it's just simple things that we learn in Seinfeld too, right? That N strong sound cancels the D, and it keeps canceling, and we get the TH, right? And basically, and they give, and they give. And they give
you shares.
Give you. Make sure that V. I've been listening for my V's these days when you guys speak. And it's difficult because microphone quality and things like that. But make sure you get your V's nice and clean. So this was a fast V, but it was clean. Give you, right? Give you, and they give you shares.
And they give you shares every single year that vest
every single year.
That vest.
He's emphasizing, right?
That vest every 4 years.
Every 4 years. Every 4 years. Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. So it's like a waterfall approach.
So it's like here too, that S cancels out that T. So is there's no T. So it's like a waterfall approach.
So it's like a waterfall approach. So every time you want to leave, you think, oh.
So every time you want to leave, you think, so every time you want to leave,
you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table.
Oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this.
God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. Leaving all this money on the table. Leaving all this money on the table.
All this money.
Leaving all this money on the table.
Now I want to just talk about this, these, those. Okay, so it's not those. I think you can hear now. It's like, oh yeah, this might have been a typing mistake for some of you. It's not those. But again, this and these, we actually just talked about this in PIRF VIP. The important thing to remember for that pronunciation is angle. This is a short I, and this is your face. This is your nose, your lips, your chin, and there. Now, when you do the short I pronunciation, it's gotta, you need to shoot this sound out and down. And short, it's not, don't do, don't stretch it. It's, it's, ba, not, don't like somebody hit you a little bit more, but, you can push it out, but just push it once. Don't stretch it. Don't do that. Okay? And the long E, you want to push that baby out and you want to push it. You want to keep going. Okay? Actually, you know what? I should boom and drop and die. So, but this one, E. You want to push that sound E out. Okay? I like to use 30 degrees. Imagine 30 degrees. And this one's 60 degrees. Imagine 60 degrees. Okay? So, these, don't make that mistake. I'm leaving all these money. No, the grammar's wrong. Money is possible to count. So these monies actually is possible, but not in this case. In this case, absolutely this money. I'm leaving all this money on the table. Great expression. And do you understand on the table? Great expression.
Leaving all this money on the table. Leaving all this money on the table. And it's like golden handcuffs. And it's like golden handcuffs. And it's like golden handcuffs.
Yeah, there's a sound in there. That's what makes it kind of confusing. And it's like golden handcuffs. Golden handcuffs.
And it's like golden handcuffs.
You hear that something sound. So that makes it tough.
And it's like golden handcuffs.
Golden handcuffs. The sound effect.
And it's like golden handcuffs.
Yeah, golden. But they show you a picture, so that's a good cue. 2 times. And they give you shares every single year that vest every 4 years. Okay, so once again, I'm going to keep this. So year 1, get my pen here. So this is year 1. They give you 100 shares. Okay. And then year 2, they give you another 100 shares. So now you got 200. Year 3, they give you another 100 shares. And this is like a we'll call it a swimming pool. Okay. Now you got 300. Year 4, boom, they give you another 100 shares, and now you got 400. But now the swimming pool is so full of water that the water starts to pour down and overflow. And this is when you can vest. You can sell or keep. And this is going to constantly happen. It's going to fill up the next pool. It's going to fill up the next pool. And it's going to water flow. The water's going to flow like this. The cash, the stocks are going to flow like this. And many times, year 1, you get 100 shares. Year 2, you get 200 shares. Year 3, you're doing a good job. They give you 1,000 shares. Year 4, you're doing a good job. They give you another 1,000 shares. So now you got 2,200 shares, and it gets bigger. And it's just, it can really be a lot of money if your company is successful. Okay. And it's like a waterfall approach. And this is another technical term. And I don't want to talk about it because I'm not really qualified. But this is kind of the idea. They give you more and more shares, and the shares keep building and flowing over, and it's a good thing. But again, you have to wait. You have to wait. You can't just take the shares and go. You have to wait 4 years. So every time you want to leave the company, you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. And to leave all this money on the table means you've got all these stock options that you negotiated for when they hired you. They hired you, and I said, I'll give you $50,000 and 100 stock options every year. Okay. Now, you know the 100 stock options are worth nothing until 4 years later. So after 2 years, if you're working with me and you say, I don't want to work with Coach Shane, I'm going to leave. But wait, I have 200 shares and Coach Shane's company is growing. And the value might be a lot. Oh my God, if I leave, I'm going to lose those 200 shares. Should I stay or should I go? Oh my God. So this is the problem, right? And it's like golden handcuffs. It's like golden. It's a great term. Golden handcuffs. You're handcuffed to the company. It's gold. Yeah. It keeps you there. It keeps you at the company. And yeah. So anyway, that's what an ESOP is. Okay. Now for the next question.
And they give you shares every single year that vest every 4 years. So it's like a waterfall approach. So every time you want to leave, you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. And it's like golden handcuffs. And they give you shares every single year that vest every 4 years. So it's like a waterfall approach. So every time you want to leave, you think, oh my God, if I leave, I'm leaving all this money on the table. And it's like golden handcuffs.